Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to Rudy Radio.
The views and opinions expressed during this program are entirely those of the show's hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of Rude Rangers Entertainment, its investors, management, advertisers, or staff. Don't sue us, y'all. We don't have any money.
Welcome to Rudy Radio Presents He Said, She Said, powered by Rude Rangers Entertainment. I'm Noel Epps, not just sports by Noel Epps, and she is Yvonne, the motivated man from her show, Determined Women of Destiny, and Dear Daughter. This show explores all types of topics from the male and female perspective. We are going to make you laugh. We may even make you cry. But most of all, we will make you think. So do us a favor. Please like and share this episode with all your friends and family on all social media platforms. We encourage you to be a part of the conversation. So please comment in the chat section below when ready. Yvonne.
Hey, no, what's going on? I hear a little frog in your tenor voice.
Oh my goodness. Not only a frog, but an acting dog in there too. Because I sat out in that rain in Summer Jam. Yes.
All right.
And I would not change it for the world. So shout out to Rude Rangers, Rude Rangers Entertainment, Rude Rangers.com, Rude Rangers for getting us those tickets to Summer Jam last night. Tia Haynes went with me last night.
I finally saw Tia because I saw your live.
Yes.
I was like, Tia was looking crazy. Tia looked like she was getting ready to jump right into crazy.
Tia is female known.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, Tia was in her bag. So shout out to Tia Haynes, the best person to do this concert with. It was young boys, because I got a lot of, hi, you 50 years old. How you going to this young boy concert? I got a lot of that. But hey,
okay.
It is what it is.
Let's just put it out there. Just because we're people of a certain age doesn't mean that we don't like certain stuff. I still like rap.
Thank you.
When I heard Bobby was there, I was like, well, I could have did this Shout Money dance. That's my dance. I'm
Bobby,
old with arthritis.
Rowdy.
That's one dance you can do.
Bobby, Rowdy, Buster, Little Kim. Oh my God, Little Kim was crazy.
Wait a minute. Back up. What she look like?
Oh my God. Little Kim was so pretty. I don't know what she did. But let's get to the show.
All right. You can tell me later. At break.
Okay. Today we're discussing the top 5 reasons why men can't forgive women for cheating. I'd like to start.
Please do.
And I have a whole theory on this.
Yeah, because you say black men don't cheat. Please.
And don't cheat.
Shut up.
Number 5.
Yes.
Women are inputs, men are experience. So I'm going to use the example of if somebody enters your home without your permission, that's a bigger violation than somebody entering your yard without permission. So, a woman is an input. A man is an exterior. Men can't wrap their minds that somebody else was in their house.
Well, you waiting for me to weigh in on that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You said women are input and men are exterior.
Yes.
Okay, women are emotional and men are problem solvers. When a woman has sex with another man, that's a problem he can't solve.
I agree with that.
That's the reason why when you say exterior, it's not an exterior. He's an input. He goes in. Yeah, he goes in. She's a receiver and he's a giver.
He goes in.
Yeah.
He goes in, but physically, He is an exterior. A woman is an interior. So a man is very visual.
Mm-hmm.
A man is very visual. So what he sees is somebody entering his woman without his permission or without him knowing. Can't no man enter this house without me knowing.
Okay.
No man. You
really, I think I did my number 4, so I'm gonna let that rest and go back to that later. I hear what you're saying, that you're saying the reason why it bothers men so much is because you have come into my private space, taking what's mine, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't ever get back what you took.
Could you imagine a man coming into your home and you have a rule, and you're a woman, and you have a rule, take your shoes off at the door, and he walks into your home and walks directly into your living room with your white carpet with his shoes on. Remember Rick James or Dave Chappelle's show when Eddie Murphy bought the new white couch? Man, F your couch, Eddie Murphy. F your couch. He has funny cowboy boots. Okay, yes. That's what this is. You cannot. A man is very territorial. He's very territorial. So a man is not going to be okay with somebody entering his house, his womb, his woman.
So the thing is, if he cares for her, if he don't care about it, really, he don't care who's popping.
That's a good point.
Listen, if you give it to me, I'll take it. I really don't care who else you give it to, just as long as you give it to me and you satisfy me. If he loves her, not even care. If he loves her and you have his heart and you happen to have sex with someone else, you have just killed that relationship. Though he may stay with you, you will never have his heart again. You've heard me discuss this. And if y'all break up, you have just messed him up for the next chick. Because guys don't bounce back like we bounce back.
Say that again. If you what?
Okay. I said, if he loves you and you cheated on him and he stays with you, your relationship will never be the same. You'll never have his heart again.
That's very true.
He'll stay with you. We've discussed this before. He'll stay with you because he loves you. But you may not even notice it, but your relationship will never be the same again. The things he used to tell you, he's not going to tell you. Even the money he would give you, he's not going to give you that same amount. He does not trust you anymore. You can't be trusted. If you happen to break up, you have messed him up for the next woman, because the next woman he goes to is going to be a transitional chick. And the transitional chick is who I use to get over the pain from what happened before.
That's very true. Like a man is always protecting his heart. Always protecting it. Whether they want to admit it or not, they have a problem admitting it. But he's always in protection of his heart.
Because there's nobody to protect it for him.
Right.
He is a provider and a protector. So everybody thinks that he doesn't have a heart because he's so busy providing and protecting, and they forget about the fact that a man is a human and he has a heart. So when you get married, your job as a wife is to protect his heart and his back, because he's so busy protecting and providing for you.
Right. So
you see how I'm passionate about this. Marriages break up and they're like, why? Because neither one of you fulfilled your roles. Go ahead.
But be very clear. A woman being an input and knowing that somebody entered his woman. Let's call it what it is. Somebody entered his woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's traumatizing for a man.
Because he can never get that back. He can never get that back. And you see, for guys, it's also an ego thing. And
you touching on other things.
That's right. So we're gonna go ahead We're gonna let that go because I know I touched on 2 things already that we're going to discuss. But yeah.
But just know this. If I come to your house and I grab the remote and go in the refrigerator, you gonna have a problem.
Absolutely, it's not your refrigerator.
You gonna have a problem.
It's not your refrigerator.
Exactly, and that's not your for JJ for better words, lack of better words. But we gotta go to break.
Okay, I'm holding myself back.
We will be exiting this.
Oh God.
From the Jewel Tanker Show on Impact Network every single Saturday, or you can check me out, The Tankers, on Prime Amazon with my family and I, or check out me and my sisters on Chatter Talk Show on Fox. So me and Dr. Dee Freeman, Real Talk Kim, Monique Eilert Mosley, and Holly Carter, and you're listening to Rudy Radio.
Fight.
Hey, good people, it's Yvonne, the Motivator Man. You're listening to He Said, She Said. I'm here with Noel Epps. My show is Dear Daughter every Tuesday right after this show at 8 p.m. Ladies, please stay tuned. It is common topics discussed in an uncommon way. Determined Women of Destiny is finally officially on a hiatus. So you will have to go somewhere in Rudy Radio Land to check it out. And I'll be returning in October. You'll see little things here and there that I'm doing. So just keep your eye open for Yvonne, the Motivator Man. Noel Epps, his show is every Sunday, 9 a.m. Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. He has added Hilda Robinson. Shout out to Hilda. Hey, girl.
Oh, Hilda is killing it. We had a great conversation this weekend.
That is like my bestie in my head right now. Go ahead, Hilda. Go ahead.
We had a great conversation about raising children with step parents. Oh, that was a great conversation. So check out that show on Not Just Sports by Noel Epps.
Yes, and today's topic is the 5 reasons why
men can't forgive women for cheating.
And I gotta tell you, I'm really holding back because this is about men. So for all the women that's like, yeah, what about women? This show ain't about you. We can do that. We're talking about men. And what's number 5?
Number 5 is women are inputs, men are experience. So if I go in your house, grab your remote, kick my feet up on the TV, on the chair, fart, and watch TV, you're going to have a problem with that because that's in your house. Number 4, what you got?
Number 4, women are receptors and men are givers. So this is really a spin-off from what you said, just in a little bit of different way. And the thing is that women are emotional, they're receivers. Men are problem solvers, they're givers. And I said this before break, so if you were here with us in the beginning, thank you. If you weren't, you're here now. You get to hear it.
So women are receptors and men are what?
Men are givers. Women are emotional. Men are problem solvers. When your woman has sex with another man, that's a problem you can't solve. You can't change it. You can't fix it. It's a done deal.
And it speaks to lack of control.
Control of who?
At some level, you've lost control of your woman, lost control of your relationship. Because be very clear, and people don't like the word control, be very clear. When you're in a relationship, you have a certain control over your wife has a certain control over you, and you have to control yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So be very clear on that. People don't like the word control, but that's what it is, if we're being honest.
I see what you're saying when you say lack of control, because, you know, a guy will look at it as it's his fault. You know, what didn't I do to stop this? Because they're a problem solver. Why couldn't I solve this problem before it happened? Why couldn't I stop it before it happened? I should have been able to do something. Like you said, how did I lose control of this relationship to the point where she ended up in somebody else's bed, being intimate with someone else? And you see, all the women
in my bed, messing with my head, taking my play.
For all the women that are saying, yeah, but men, we're not talking about women. We're talking about men.
Let us have our moment, please.
We're talking about men. So, Noel is allowing you to see inside of this topic from a male's view. I'm allowing you to see what it is from a woman's point of view of understanding. We're not saying it's correct. We're just saying this is what goes on. And as Noel said, there's a level of control from male to female in a relationship. And because a man is a protector and a provider, him losing control is it's totally devastating.
Devastating.
A woman losing control, she always feels she can get it back because it's the emotional. Because a guy will say to a woman, she didn't mean nothing to me. You go out in the street and he'll see the woman he slept with and won't even speak to her. And act like she's not even there. And he'll say, I didn't say it was the truth. But if he says to you it didn't mean anything, in your head, you can rationalize it. Even if she said it didn't mean anything to a guy, he can't rationalize that. He can't rationalize going into you after somebody else. When we've been together all of this time and I'm the only one entering your vagina and you let somebody else do it, I'm sorry, let me take that back because Facebook gonna hit us. Somebody else is going to be intimate with you when I'm the only one that has been intimate with you. I feel as though there has been a robber that has broken into my house and has taken my stuff.
Okay. So
and I can't get my stuff back.
Let me shed some light on what men talk about in the barbershop. This is a conversation that happens quite often in the barbershop. Okay? So now, I'm gonna have to clean it up. Okay?
Please, because Facebook gonna kill us.
Men's biggest fear is their woman cheating on them, and the man that cheated on her, the man that she cheated with, ejaculated in the woman, and then the woman comes home and asks for cunnilingus from her husband.
Okay. Only a nasty heifer is going to do that.
That's real, though.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying she nasty.
So a man, this is a big fear.
Oh, God.
From men, from heterosexual men. This is a big fear. So when they look at you and they know, because usually the first question is what? Hey, who?
Yep.
Did you use the condom? Right?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, shoot.
I never had to go through that. I'm never had to. I'm not that cheating type. I am just very loyal to a fault. So yeah. No, I do have girlfriends that have been caught out there, and the third degree is horrific. Like, they want to know all details, every position. Did you
Yes,
everything?
because a man is very visual.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to you, a man is very visual.
You don't have to explain it to me.
I'm telling you, all he sees is your face.
Yep.
That's all
With somebody else.
Somebody else.
Yep.
And
doing what he does
to
you. Yeah. And that's the biggest fear. Somebody else did to you what I do, and you liked it from them.
Yes.
So now, whatever I do, are you liking what I do? Are you liking how they did it with you? And I know we sound like infantile saying this, but we're trying for Facebook not to kill us. But the thing is, he's like, yeah, that's how we did it before. But since you were with him, did he do this and did you like it? Because, you got to understand, guys have an ego. So they don't want to.
Touching on something.
Okay.
Touching on something.
All right, so I'll stop that. I'll wait for that.
Yeah. Because again, you said women are receptors. I think this is synonymous to 5. Women are inputs, women are receptors.
And I said it's a spinoff.
Men are problem solvers.
Yeah, okay. It's a spinoff from what you said. I just took it to another place, but it's the same. It's like the same thing.
The biggest fear is that because men are always in competition.
Absolutely.
Just understand that too. Men are always in competition. When we walk outside and we say hello to our friend, we're in competition with our friend. When we drive our car, we're at the light, he's at the light, she's at the light, we're in competition. We're always in competition. So when a man sees his woman with another man, it is a gut punch.
Yeah, it's like, are you trying to tell me that I'm not good enough for you? Had to go to somebody
else?
And
I'm inferior.
Yes.
And did I lose? Okay, but we got to go to break before we lose. So let's get up out of here. Break.
3.
Hey. Welcome back. Excuse my voice. I sat out in that rain.
That's what you get.
And screaming my head off.
That's what you get.
My big dog man named Julio, he booty, yo. Type of brother that with the duty. Real shook, scared to death, act fruity, yo. Whoa, it was crazy.
You up there trying to be 30.
Oh, I was out there trying to be 30.
That's right.
That white woman
But
pulled my coattails. That white woman pulled my coattails and said, sir, she called me sir. That was the first problem. Sir, do you need this elevator? Oh, she saw AARP card written all over me.
Absolutely. You can recite all them lines, but that gray beard was telling on your behind.
Oh, that gray beard
you
was telling. She was, oh man, she blew me up. But today, I'm here with, I'm Noel Epps, of course, not just sports by Noel Epps. I'm here with Yvonne, the motivated man of Determined Women of Destiny and Dear Daughter. Okay? And today we are discussing the top 5 reasons why men cannot forgive women for cheating. Number 5, women are inputs, men are exteriors. Number 4, women are receptives, men are problem solvers. Okay, we both said we think they're kind of synonymous, but we just, put it in our own words. Number 3, men are more emotional and sensitive than they really want to admit. They are men can be extremely sensitive and emotional. And they don't want to admit that, but this is the truth. This is the truth. This is why a man is always in protection of his heart. He's always in protection of his heart. He's always in protection of his ego. He's always in protection of his peace of mind.
Yeah, well, if the woman in his life is the woman that he should be with, he doesn't have to worry about that because she's got him. And I don't care if women aren't happy that I say it, but if your man trusts you, don't do anything to kill that trust. And if you do, and then your relationships splatters, you the one who cracked it like an egg.
Because this is what happens. If you go and violate his trust, now you got him looking at the stinking bushes with army fatigues on. This is what we do. And God forbid one of our friends find out. God forbid we hear from one of our friends that your wife is a little thotty. God forbid we hear that. That becomes a whole problem for us every time we see our buddy, because we believe our buddy, our friend, is in our corner. We believe our friend is supportive of us. So we're always conflicted. Do we believe him or do we believe her?
Right. And like I said, ladies, like I said, this is the guys' show. We know that there is another show coming. The reason why women can't forgive when they've been cheated on. But today we are talking about men. Noel is giving you the insight from a man's point of view. I am giving understanding from a woman's point of view. We know there's men out there that cheat. We ain't talking about them. We're talking about the man that has decided to be with this one woman, love her, cherish her, be her provider and protector, and end up finding out she has been in somebody else's bed. And it's devastating.
Devastating. For a man, it's devastating.
Yeah.
We look at inadequacy. We look at penis size. We look at Viagra. We look at nutrition. We look at exercise. We look at everything, but probably the real issue.
Right.
We probably look at everything but the real issue. And notice, I'm telling you, ladies, your man is out here talking crazy. I'm telling you as a man, Your man is out in these streets talking crazy, doing crazy.
What was
But at
number
the end
5?
of the day, if you crush his heart, you are creating a savage.
You're creating a monster.
Savage.
Oh yeah. And we have to also, I said it before, if a guy goes through this, he breaks up, the next chick he's with is transitional. Ladies, before you decide to give your heart and your body to someone, can you please have a conversation? And you ain't got to say, well, what happened in your last relationship? All you got to do is sit and listen, because he's about to tell you. And if he is telling you that she cheated on him and that's why they broke up, chances are you need to wait until that heart heals, because he getting ready to rip yours apart.
And guess what? That heart may never heal.
It may not. And you know, women feel, well, the love of a good woman can change it. Oh no, the love of God changes it.
And men transfer that energy onto the new woman.
Yeah.
So meaning, what I mean by that is, he's going to meet a new woman, and she may be a saint.
Yeah.
But what the last woman did, he's always going to look at her with that raised eyebrow. Hell, she did it. Why can't you do it?
Didn't you just hear what I said?
Yes.
The transitional trick. Yeah, that goes along with that transitional trick. If he can heal through that transitional trick, which a lot of times guys do, he has a success rate of 98%. There are some guys that just
I love how you numbers. Will you get that?
He could just use it as an excuse to now, just be vicious, because, when people hurt people, and sometimes they feel justified in hurting, like you said. Oh, well, I got cheated on by my wife or my girlfriend that I was with for 6 years, so I don't trust any woman. And that's the reason why I'm the way that I am. Well, right. You know what? That's a shame, a god-awful shame, that you let somebody change you from who you were. I understand it hurt. Hey, guess what? What you need to do is take a moment, deal with that wounded heart of yours, deal with your feelings, and then go back out into the world again and decide to have a relationship. How about that? But okay, what number are we on?
We're on number 3. Number 3 is men are more emotional and more sensitive than they really want to show, that they really want you to know. Because men take emotion and men take sensitivity and they equate it to weakness. If God forbid you cry, oh my God. Women also take emotion and sensitivity from a man and will deem him as weak. Okay, so guess what? We are taught to hide our feelings. We're taught not to cry. We're taught to be crass. We're taught to defend ourselves. We're taught to curse you out. And unfortunately, going upside a woman's head is a learned behavior.
Oh, sure. Show me a father that beat a mother in front of a child. I'll show you a son that will beat his woman.
Yes, it's a learned behavior. Yes. And vice versa. If you show me a man who cherishes his woman and didn't beat his woman, I will show you a man who will not do the same thing. He will not hit her.
That's right, because he's not taught that. He's just not taught that. I've seen my father cry 3 times in his life. 3 times
the fact that you can count. The fact that you can count is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's why I'm tough as nails, because I grew up a tomboy. I wanted to be like my dad, and it was always, "What are you crying for? What are you crying for?" So you could have cut my arm off, and I'm sitting there like, "Can somebody just stitch me up?" Because crying is not something that my father allowed, and you had to be strong. My father cried when one of his older brothers died, when my grandmother died, when 2 of his older brothers died and his grandmother died. The only time I've ever seen my father show fear is the day before he passed. And he was in the hospital. They had to do an operation. and they said they were going to do blood gases. And my father looked at my mother and said, "This is serious, isn't it?" And you could see the fear in his eyes. And my mother even said, "I've never seen that from your father." Because being a black man, especially, you're raised
You're not supposed to cry.
Right. You can't show any emotion. You can't show any emotion. You know, I look at other nationalities, like Italian men have no problem kissing their sons. They have no problem holding their sons. Black men, they want to give that to their sons.
Oh no, I kiss my son. And my son.
No. This is the reason why you talking about this topic, because you have some understanding thereof.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so that's the reason why, you know, you can hug your son, you can kiss your son, because you want to love your child. You don't have to force your child into a false sense of manhood.
Right.
And that's what the ego is. That's what all of this is about. It's a false sense of manhood. See, I can sleep with 6 different women on you, and you better forgive me. But if you even think you want to lay in somebody else's bed, I'm out.
Now, you say a man.
Right, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, because I can't take that. I can't fix this. My emotional realm is just splattered.
It goes back to the world, the outside world viewing him as weak. And we can't afford to be viewed as weak, especially as black men.
Because you already have your own inner conflicts, and then for the outside world to give you a confirmation of your inner conflicts, that's really hard to take. God bless you.
Yes.
So if you think you're inadequate, and then the woman that you love cheats on you, then you're going to believe you are inadequate, and we gotta adequately go to break.
Yeah, inadequate. Yep.
Vera Moore Cosmetics and Skincare was formed to empower all women to feel great about themselves for more than just a moment. When it comes to a flawless complexion, skincare is the key.
Hey,
Vera Moore Cosmetics and Skincare is for women of all ages and skin tones. Be the more fabulous woman you were born to be.
You are listening to He Said, She Said. I am here with Noel Epps from Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. I'm Yvonne, the Motivated Man from Dear Daughter and Determined Women of Destiny. And we are really having a discussion today of a topic that is kind of touchy, but it needed to be expressed. And I'm glad we decided to take this platform to do it. And we're talking about the 5 top reasons it is hard for men to forgive his woman when she cheats on him.
Yep. 5 top reasons. Here they are. Number 5. Women are input, men are exteriors. Okay? Just know you can't go in my house. You cannot go in my house and take the remote, open the refrigerator, put your feet up on my sofa, air fart. We're not doing none of that. Can't do that for us. Take that to your house, not in my house.
If you keep the fart out, is it okay, man?
Can't do none of that.
Okay.
Number 4, women are receptors and men are problem solvers. Kind of synonymous to 5, but a little bit of it. Women are receptors and receivers. Men are problem solvers. Okay. Number 3, men are more emotional and sensitive than they would like to admit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we constantly have to hide being emotional and being sensitive because everybody else deems that as a sign of weakness. Number 2, what you got?
It's that ego. And I know you said
Facts.
that it is men are more emotional, but it's that ego. Men are always we touched on it a little bit before break, but men are always in competition with themselves, in competition with other men, in competition with the world. Again, I will say, ladies, this ain't your show. We coming to your show. But we know one of the most disenfranchised humans on this planet is a black man. I gotta say it. And then, since he is always, I'll say men of color, let's be politically correct, men of color. And he is always in competition with the world. He don't want to come home and find out he got to be competition with your vagina.
Or competition with you, period.
Yes, not only just with you, but I got to compete for a vagina. Okay, I'm sorry, they're going to hit us. I got to compete for what's mine. You're mine. I gave you my last name. We're in this together. I got kids with you that look like me and look like you. It's a possibility we have grandkids. We done bought a house together. We got savings account and checking accounts together, even if you got your private stash on the side. You know, we've got timeshare. You know, we done put in time here. And this is what you gonna do? You gonna go be with somebody else? And you couldn't come to me and tell me there was an issue? Okay, my Viagra's not working. Well, you know there's so many different ways for pleasure. I could have tried something, baby girl. Oh, I'm out. Let me finish. Oh, I'm out of work? Well, guess what? There's always an opportunity for another job. You've outgrown me? Well, when did you outgrow me? And if you were outgrowing me, could you at least have given me a heads up so I could catch up with you? You just go to somebody else. And now I have to find it out. So now my ego's like, okay, I have to compete with what was somebody else, with what was already mine.
Let me let women on a little secret. Women, if you help build that man's ego, oh, he will literally jump through hoops.
Absolutely.
Because like Yvonne has told you earlier, men are problem solvers. Allow him to solve the problem. Don't you try to step on his toes and try to solve the problem for him. Okay, because then you got a mama's boy. That's what you created. You created a mama's boy at that point. What you need to do is, I give you an example. And this is when I knew my wife was a keeper. We got lost. This is before Waze. This is before Google. Before all that foolishness. We got lost. Know what she did? She sat there, read a book, and let me figure it out.
Right, because you arguing about, yes, you don't know where you going. Why don't you just put it back into Google? Oh my God, stop and ask for directions. Number one, you know he's not going to admit he's lost. Number two, he's not stopping to get directions. Right. Number three, he's not putting it back into Google. So, honey, so, we done passed that peach again. But you know what? This time I see something different. It's okay.
You can help.
It's okay.
You can help.
It's okay.
But once you start with all of that, it becomes a whole entire problem.
And then I'm
gonna tell you another story. My mother, was up here, and my wife is, my wife's Caribbean, so she was brought up to do certain things. One of the things that she does is she brings me dinner. Or A, she don't want me in the kitchen most of the time, but B, that's what she does. So my mother came here and she's like, oh, you bring, hold on, Mom. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come in here and talk about what she do. Okay, because you're currently divorced. Please don't do that. Okay, how we do our home is how we do our home. Okay, so but and I have no problem serving her dinner if I'm in the kitchen cooking, I have no problem doing that. It goes back and forth.
Can I break this down? Can I break this down before?
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
But when a woman is comfortable in her skin to help build this man's ego, because she builds the man. A woman will build a man, and a woman will tear a man down. It's okay for you to allow your man to be a man. That don't make you less than women.
Okay. The reason why Marie has no problem bringing you that plate is because you treat her like a queen, so she has no problem. She doesn't see it as being subservient. She sees it as, this is the least I can do because he does this, and this. Now that, I'm not saying that works in everybody's house. Everybody's house runs differently. What he's saying is that Marie brings me my plate, but I put so much on that plate for her, she doesn't mind bringing a plate to me.
But she that's part of it, but it's also part of it. She don't like me being in the kitchen. She don't like
well,
me.
Yeah, I'm like, sure. Just get out of my kitchen. I'm your food. Leave me alone.
Yes.
I don't need to hear your mouth. I don't want you to tell me to add nothing. I'm the cook up in here. Just eat what I cook up. And I got that. And I get that. But
That's part of it. But also she's smart enough to not, she allows me to be a man. And that's the main thing. She allows me. Now, being a man is going to be, you're going to come with some problems because you're not always going to agree with what being a man is. A lot of the times you don't agree because you don't understand.
Because you're not a man. Come on here.
Right.
You're not a man.
Right.
And if you had a man to show you what being a man was, then you'd not be out here emasculating these men. Because, and I don't care if y'all don't like me, you are killing these brothers and you expect for them to rise to the occasion when you need them.
This is why I tell you a woman has to build that man's ego. That man's ego is not a negative. Trust me when I tell you. That man's ego will take some work off your plate.
Listen, let me tell you something, since you had a story. I watched my daughter growing up with my father. When I tell you, my daughter had my father eating out the palm of her hand. My daughter would be walking next to my father while he's cutting the grass talking. He ain't heard nothing from her, but she right there next to him. My father would be out in that RV, cleaning it out. My daughter's right there with the garbage bag. He's fishing. He comes home, he's cleaning the fish. She's right there. JJ, what's that in the fish? JJ, why are you cleaning it? So forth and so on. And so we were kind of jealous of my daughter because she had all of my father's attention until one day I said, well, maybe if we walked along with him when he cut the grass, he'd give us that attention. Maybe if we sat out there while he had a cigar in his mouth cleaning the fish, we'd get his attention. See, the thing is, you get as much out of a man as you put in him, but you have to make sure that that man is worthy of your input.
Yes.
But you see what we're doing now, we're so hell-bent on, oh, he looked good. Let me tell you something, honey. I ain't talking about you, Noel, but I'm talking about you. I seen a picture of Noel when Noel was in his 20s. I seen a throwback. Noel doesn't look like that right now. When Noel married his wife, he doesn't look like he does now. So if his wife only went on exterior, she could be angry.
Oh, she'd have left me when I was 30 then. If it was
okay. Right. She'd have been like, oh no, but it wasn't the casing of the person that she was attracted to. It was the essence of the person. Right. So if you get involved with the essence of the person and you speak to the essence of the person, then you will have someone that will treat you like a queen. Right. And I ain't saying get Billy Buckhead off the street and try to turn him into something he's not. I'm saying that you've met somebody who's real. You've met a man that's a man. He's handling business. He's got a job. He's got a car. He's got a place to live and it ain't in his mama's basement. And he's ready for a relationship. And we got to get ready to go to break.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to Rudy Radio.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Noel Epps, not just sports by Noel Epps. You can catch me every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We have a half hour with Hilda. We also have Sam Blackwell, and the football season's coming up, so we're going to have Gary Callis back again. So those people, so we are on here, and we're ready to go with the football season. We also have Yvonne, the Motivator Man. You tell us about your show, where we can find your show.
Okay, well, Dear Daughter, ladies, stay on, because right after this show at 8 o'clock is Dear Daughter, common topics discussed in an uncommon way. I talk about everything that concerns ladies. And it's not just for the younger women, it's for all women. You get the benefit of my experience of the life that I have lived. Determined Women of Destiny is a show that highlights and showcases female entrepreneurs. Right now, I'm on a hiatus. Thank you, God. I get a moment to rest, regroup, and I'll be coming back out bigger, better than ever in October with season 4. So keep your eye on me in between time. Meantime, I'll be doing some little stuff here and there.
All right. Well, today we are discussing the top 5 reasons why men can't forgive women for cheating. Number 5, women are input. That's a summer jam cough. Not a COVID cough. Not a COVID cough. That's sitting in the rain for 12-hour cough. Okay. Women are inputs. Men are exteriors. Number 4, women are receptors. Men are problem solvers. Number 3, men are more emotional and more sensitive than they want to let you know. Number 2, the ego is severely compromised. The ego is severely compromised, women. Okay, build that man's ego. He will jump to a fire hoop with gasoline drawers on if you build that ego. Okay, and my co-host here, Yvonne, brought up a very, very, very good word. The word she used was emasculate. Stop emasculating men.
And like I said, ladies, we have our show coming. We're today talking about men. So don't say, you ain't taking our side. It's not about sides. It's about talking about what's true with guys and who would know better than know.
Number 1.
He's a man.
Number 1.
Number 1. Hit me with it. Hit me with your best shot.
One that a lot of women don't see.
Fire away.
Don't see it.
What is it?
Okay. What other men, what other women outside of your home, we are very concerned what another woman or another man will think of our wife, daughter, or our mother if they out here in these streets cheating on their men, cheating on me, or cheating on my father.
So what you're saying is that...
And trust me when I tell you, what Infinite Me says carries some weight. What Quintero says carries some weight. What Davy says carries some weight. Because they see you out here and they think that you're weak when they see you out here, when they see your woman out here, or they see your daughter out here, or they see your mother out here. being less than loyal. You don't want your friend knocking at your mama's door. He know he could go over there and get some buns with your mama. You don't want your friend going to your mama's house to get some buns.
You know, I think all of these were in correlation to the one before. You know, that also is a sister or a brother to the ego. You're concerned about what people are saying in the street about the people that you love. Oh, people gonna be talking about my wife or my girl because she's out here sleeping with somebody else. They're gonna be talking about my mother or my sister or my cousin because they're out here in these streets. Because if you have an affair, it could just be once. He's going to see you and all of his friends as you out here home. Just once. Just one. Oh, your girl out here home. It was just one guy.
One time for a woman.
It was one guy, but you out here home. Okay? Your father and mother are divorced. Your mother decides that she's going to be with the next person. Your mom's out here hoeing. I seen it with old Mr. Clarence. They was rolling up in the hotel. Excuse me, my mom's divorced. She has started her life over again, and she can hump old Mr. Clarence if she wants to.
Yes, but guess what? That's not how it works.
Of course
That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. And we all know that. That's not how it works at all.
There was a song back in the day that said, girl, you can't do what a man do and still be a lady.
Talk about it.
But these women now think, oh no, listen, I'm going to act like a guy and I'm going to have sex when I want to have sex. And you're right, that is your body. When it comes down to picking a wife or a lifetime partner, no man wants somebody that all his friends have had and talked about her in the barbershop, because I used to have a dog season. I used to know everybody that was humping everybody in Amityville because they talk about y'all like a dog at Eclipse Barbershop.
You just hit the nail on the head. And women to be very, very, very clear.
Yes.
You cannot do what a man does.
And you can feel very comfortable. You can feel very comfortable in your skin and say, guess what? I'm a woman who chooses what I want, when I want, how I want. And you have every right to do that. But just know that you're putting yourself in a position, and some women may not care. And I get that. That's your body, that's your decision. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you, being the old school, I know you're going to say, oh, she old-fashioned. Well, I am. But I also have nephews that's under 30. I also have young men that call me mom that's under 40. And not one of them have ever said, the chick that was with many guys, we take away promiscuity, is the one that I'm bringing home. I want you to meet. I got to say a shout out to a young man that just got married. His name is Dante Green. He chose this chick because he said nobody's loved me the way that she loved me, and she ain't been ran through. What?
Let your mama see your wife out in these streets being a little bitch. Oh, let your mama will hide your secret as a man. She will hide your secret as a man.
But
you can have all types of you got all types of women coming through these houses.
That's right.
Okay, but let her see your woman out in these streets being a little trees, and let me tell you, that your girlfriend is going to have a hard way to go to deal with your mama.
My mother has thrown me underneath the bus. It wasn't even crazy. Mommy, tell him I'm not here. Oh, Yvonne said she's not here. Oh, you said, where is she? She's standing right here.
Yeah. Your
And I'm in
mother's
the
not
living room
defending
with
you.
the next one.
Your mother's not defending you, but I bet you she defend your brother.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
She's not defending you.
Of course. Of
She
course.
can't have you out in these streets like this.
But you have to look at it too, right? If you're a guy and you're with a woman that you know has the propensity to be promiscuous, it has got to be your ego that tells you, oh, I can tame it.
That's the only thing it could be.
Right. And
That's the only
your ego is always wrong.
And what's the saying? You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. Ain't that the saying?
They say that, but I say that's wrong. But
That's
I disagree. That's it. When we get to the woman's show, we'll discuss that.
oh, okay. Because that's a whole different animal.
Okay. Yeah, we'll discuss that. But the thing is, if you're going to deal with somebody that has been with many different guys, it's just like, listen, if you deal with a club chick, you met her in the club.
Yes.
So what you think she's doing on Friday? She goes to the club. That's where
We go to the club. That's what
I don't feel like going out. All right, I'll see you tomorrow because I'm getting ready to hang with my girls. Why don't you stay home with me? Why? It's Friday night. I want to hang out.
Yes.
Now you have me. That don't mean nothing.
Let me tell you something. I met my wife. I broke a rule. Because when I met my wife, I was originally at the club to meet another chick. And I met my wife in the club. And I was always using the club as women to whom I'm going to have one night stands with or a short relationship. If I met in the club. And then when I met my wife in the club. But what her genuineness, is that a word? Her genuineness shined through.
Because she wasn't a throw it in the circle girl. She was just, I'm out with my friends having fun. There's two different chicks. There's the club chick and there's the chick that goes to the club to have fun, but she doesn't live there. If every Wednesday night, now I'm going back a couple of years, so to my old heads, if every Wednesday night your behind is at Native New York in Hempstead, like I was, don't expect me to settle down. I'm a club chick. The only thing that settled me down is that I got pregnant and I decided to be a mother and not keep throwing it in the circle. If I had not got pregnant, I'd have still been throwing it in the circle.
I love how you talk about throwing it in the circle.
Child, listen, I throw it in the circle now, but with this arthritis, I may not be able to pull it back out. That's my fear, okay?
Your circle becomes a triangle.
What? Yes. Or wait.
Gotta end the show.
Okay. Listen, you guys, thank you so much for chilling with us. How many downloads do we have?
We had over 100,000 in the month of what's that, July?
Yeah. So we thank you for that. We hope that you shared the show. If not, you still have time to. Don't forget to like it. And don't forget to give us your comments. You know, if you have a topic for a show, which this was a topic that someone gave us, we'll discuss it. We ain't scared. We'll definitely discuss it. You know, give us your show topics. And yeah, we got to get out of here. It's been fun. You know, it's been great. And we have to really say a big thank you to our creative director,
Rudy!
Jay Breedy. All right. So until next episode, people, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Peace.